Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, let's take a look at Cardano and see where we can land with a price target for the 2024-2025 bull run. But before we dive on in, as always, this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. And while so many of you hop on in here to watch my videos, you are going to want to hit that subscribe button. I make price target videos every morning, publish them at 6 a.m. Eastern time, and you're not going to want to miss out on any of it. And for those of you who are subscribed, hit that notification button so you don't miss a thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into this. Some quick thoughts off the top of my head with Cardano. General thoughts. Number one, Cardano used to be overrated. We looked at the 2021 bull run. How in the world was Cardano a, what was it, $100 billion asset? It didn't quite make sense. A lot of people, for I think somewhat valid reasons, not entirely valid reasons, were joking that Cardano was more like a meme coin than anything else. A meme coin that went to 100 billion, which, you know, Dogecoin almost went to 100 billion. And so it used to be overrated. I would say right now it is underrated, because I'm seeing a lot of the opposite. What we saw with Cardano last bull run, we had a lot of hope with Cardano that what they were building was revolutionary, was for the future. Right now, we're finding a lot more so-called ETH killers to be much more attractive, that we look at Cardano as kind of this dinosaur coin. And I'm not quite yet ready to go in that direction. But because of the fact that Cardano is underrated, people are going to be largely looking in growth sectors among layer ones. They're not going to look as much, in my opinion, at the Cardano ecosystem as they will for the really sexy ones, you know, internet computer, injective, whatever else. Solana, for sure. Even though Solana has their issues, people enjoy using the Solana ecosystem. I'm not seeing as much adoption right now for Cardano. I could see that changing over time. But because people are largely going to be looking at growth sectors in layer ones, I do believe that ADA's market cap dominance will see a lower peak. That doesn't necessarily mean that ADA's market cap will see a lower peak or that its price will see a lower peak from its 2021 peak. But I do believe that ADA's market cap dominance will see a lower peak. And looking at some numbers and being honest, even though I own some Cardano and I bought some very close to the bear market, and I do expect, spoiler alert, for Cardano to put in a new all-time high, and I think that Cardano is a pretty safe bet to put in a new all-time high, I do believe, looking at some numbers, that Cardano is largely overvalued in comparison to other layer ones. And so what do I mean by that? Well, looking at some numbers here, don't pay attention really to this top part. It's really just talking about price and market cap. I'm not worried about that. But looking at average daily active addresses, Q3 of 2022, the very bottom of the bear market. Now, I do give some leeway here because this is goes from Q3 of 2022 to Q3 of 2023. And so it's not like things were all that exciting in Q3 of 2023, but I would have loved to have seen some growth or at least some steadying off in average daily active addresses. And what we're seeing is about a 50% drop. Not a 33.3, et cetera, percent drop. And then average daily transactions, it's not nearly as bad. It is more leveled off, but Q3 of 2023, that's the most recent data that I could get. We're seeing a lower number of daily transactions. We're seeing almost half as much staked Cardano as what we saw in Q3 of 2022. Why would that be the case? Because Q3 of 2022, Q3 of 2023, Cardano was at about the same price, but I think what that communicates to me is that people are looking to take their staking in other directions. Just my initial thought. But, there is some positives here. Seeing TVL is seeing some growth. DApp transactions is seeing some growth. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, a little bit more negative than positive, in my opinion. But Cardano is going to be fine overall. Another thing that I'm looking at here is total fees collected. You see something where it would peak at $80,000 on a given day during the peak of euphoria in 2021. And then of recent, we're seeing more like $15,000 to $20,000 collected in fees every day. in comparison to something like Ethereum or Tron, this isn't so great. But if you were to compare this to a lot of other ones, Cardano, I like what I'm seeing here in some regards. They know how to make money, and they can certainly turn this on more so in the future with what they're building right now. I'm not worried about fees collected being too low right now. If these were numbers 10 years from now, that would be a problem. Right now, not worried about it. So, I think any other layer one, you'd be pretty excited about this, because every layer one except for Ethereum is boasting low transaction fees. But because it's Cardano, you may tend to give them less of a pass. So moving on, tokenomics, circulating supply, something that I like that is going in Cardano's favor in comparison to a lot of other layer ones is that they're not nearly as inflationary. And so they're making sure they are doing things to keep the lights on by inflating the supply, but most of that is going to staking. And so they are sustainable right now without needing to inflate their supply at massive amounts. And you compare this to Solana, to Avalanche. Solana and Avalanche saw something like a 60% to 80% increase in their total circulating supply from their 2021 peaks. HBAR is more like 4x. Algorand, 80%. And so to see Cardano not need to feel the pressure to inflate their supply as much, I take that as a positive sign. Now, market cap dominance. Looking at historic market cap dominance, we do have some extreme peaks here. A 3.5% market cap dominance peak in the peak of alt season in 2018, and then a 4% market cap dominance peak in 2021. Those are kind of my baselines, and I do believe, because of everything that I said about people looking in other directions, seeing Cardano's staking numbers in particular, that I believe that Cardano will peak somewhere at about 2.5% when it comes to their market cap dominance. And so what are we going to see with that? Well, we're not going to see what we saw in 2018 with Cardano going down to 2 cents and then doing a 150x from its bear market bottom to its peak. Cardano was such a fantastic cryptocurrency to buy last bear market, because the flat line, I love flat lines. These are the kind of cryptocurrencies I want to keep my eyes on, which is why I bought some Cardano, and I bought some very close to the bottom. And so, but to see it go from 2 cents to $100 to $3 or 150x, to expect something like that right now at this point in time is not realistic, which I do take as a positive sign, because, all right, that was a 99% drop from its peak to its bear market bottom. And now Cardano, it's funny that I would even say this like this, but only more like a 91% drop from Cardano's peak to its bear market bottom. That is a significant improvement in many regards, but we're not seeing Cardano put in a 150x like it did last time. But I have a lot of confidence in it. So here's my price target for Cardano, for ADA, in the 2024-2025 bull run. I am assuming a 2.5% market cap dominance at a 7 trillion total one market cap. That gives us a $175 billion market cap. Okay, so that seems high to me. That's actually exactly the target, and I didn't mean to do this, but that's exactly where I landed on for market cap with XRP. So 175 billion divided by 36 billion total supply, which is my estimate for throughout 2025 that the supply would be in around 36 billion. That gives us a price target of $4.86. And so then you can see that I have these words in parentheses here. I am hesitant in both directions. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm hesitant to predict that Cardano would reach a $175 billion market cap. That seems, that just that number, there's a sticker shock with it that comes with it. That number just seems too high, especially in comparison. No other of the other ones that I've already reviewed, the Solana, Injective, Solana might have actually gotten that high. The other ones, they're not getting close to $175 billion. So what's so special about Cardano that it would get to $175 billion aside from just past history? The other thing that I would say, I'm hesitant in that direction to give it such a high market cap target. But the other thing I would say is I'm also hesitant to give it such a low market cap dominance target. So what do we do about that? Because look at how quickly Cardano shot up in its market cap, dominance, excuse me. And, you know, it didn't put in a lower low in terms of market cap dominance in 2020, 2018, 2019. So maybe I'm even being a little unfair there, and maybe it should be higher. With that being said, I am sticking with this price target, $175 billion, $4.86. But that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on this target or on anything regarding Cardano. I would love to hear what you have to say. And then smash up that like button if you like this content. Hit the subscribe button, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.